So with this game popping off recently, due to an influx of like 6 new runners, and with like a couple of new things being found, I think it's the best time as any to make a tutorial for the main category of the game, which is new game plus any percent. Because there's a couple of things that runners don't actually do in the run, and I'd maybe like to show off a couple of things to anyone who wants to learn the game. So, if you have the auto split installed, it will just split after the first cutscene starts. So, uh, so you want to mash escape to skip through the first cutscene. It's easy. We're going to ignore Morse and we're going to head straight over to this bush. We're going to wedge ourselves in this corner. Ooh. Wedge ourselves in this corner. And we're going to do a swap jump, which is you jump and then press swap character twice in a row. And for some reason, as soon as you immediately do it, it gives you an extra bit of height to your jump, which allows you to skip over this fence here. You're going to run over this way, and you're going to either use this flower pot or this railing, and you're going to jump over the fence. And then you're going to grab the photo, which will trigger Mort to come over here. Just get Mort's cutscene, and then just mash escape to skip the cutscene. So I'm going to just quickly kill these enemies so we can explain one of the biggest glitches skips. So I think if you're starting off, after you come here, I'd recommend going over this way, jumping over this bush and grabbing this ammo. And then what you do is going to do something called a satchel charge jump, or a satchel jump. So you can either push this barrel along against that wall, or you can go here. What you do is you're going to jump and throw the satchel charge at a very specific timing, kind of like almost at the same time. And as you see, you can jump. Oh, that's a nice first try. The satchel charge has collision, so you're able to jump off the satchel charge and get over fences and stuff you're not really meant to be over. So you can either do it from this barrier here, like I did there, or you can do it off of this this keg. So that's the easier method. After swap jumping was found, it was found that since we used to use the satchel charge to get over that bush, since you have an extra satchel charge, you can actually come this way, and you can do a much harder version of the skip here, which you jump onto this, and then you jump off the satchel charge, either in midair or off of that fence, depending on how Stewie throws it. And each time you throw a satchel charge, there's a little bit of RNG to it, to its trajectory. But you can. It's much difficult, and it requires a lot more resets on the first level to get the harder satchel charge jump. Here, got it there. Quickly just get some more ammo. So depending on what version you're doing, you want to skip over this fence. You want to collect this, and you want to swap to Brian whilst collecting it. Skip through this cutscene. You're going to run to the side here and out of the fence here. So you want the railgun equipped for this section, as it's going to two-shot the boss. This is a new game plus. We have a lot of the most strongest weapons, like the railgun. So we're just going to get 2 headshots on him, which will two-shot him. You can run over this way, and you're going to run up these stairs, kind of keeping to this side to avoid a cutscene. Just hold R to plug the cutscenes in, or whatever you have interact bound to. You can change them all in the settings. As soon as you get the cutscene, you want to sprint and mash R. So you'll trigger either of these cutscenes in a row, just mash escape to get through them, and that's the first level done. Let's continue. Yeah, so the next level with R-Mesh, which doesn't have any skips, and it's the longest level in the game. Because unfortunately, the entire level is surrounded by invisible walls. So first one, you want to run up the hills just to come up to this cutscene. So there's a little cutscene skip here. It doesn't save much time, but you can go for it as you jump on top of these bags, and you jump up around the door. if you don't jump, if you just try and walk around the door, you'll trigger the cutscene still. So you want to jump off of it, and you kind of get over the cutscene trigger. It saves more time in new game though. So a general movement optimization is both Stu and Brian have a limited sprint timer, and so the best way to move in the game is to sprint, and then and you need the end of your sprint to jump, and you can reset your sprint timer. So here, you want to run up here, and you want to snipe this lock off from a distance. Skip through this cutscene, and then just keep doing the sprint jumping. To keep refreshing your sprint. Now coming up here, you can either just go straight into cutscene, or you can throw a Molotov quickly at that hay bale. I missed. So if you miss, oh, I didn't miss. Yeah, so you throw it so it keeps burning. So since it's burned, its hitbox goes. So you can actually jump up and over. Oh, I didn't get to it off there, but you can jump on this, or you can kind of jump up the side of the hay bale and get over it. Saves a few seconds. So we're going to go straight to the side here. So most people will swap here over to Brian, just to use his shotgun for the next upcoming section. But you can save like a second. It's not much, but you can just save a second by just not swapping and just staying with Stu for this section. So this bit is just all about aim. So you want to shoot all three lamps off of the trees. Yeah, you want to try and reload as little as possible in this section, because you can't sprint whilst reloading. So it just loses time. So here, there's a death warp that saves a second here. So after you destroy those, you swap to the satchel charge, and as soon as that objective complete sign comes up, you can kill yourself, and it should put you in front of this gate here. Saves about a second on movement. So this is just a bit self-explanatory. Just keep doing your movement. Oh, if you see any of these Amish who are a bit aggressive like this one, you want to kill them immediately, because they always sprint after you at a pretty good pace. I always like to kill this one here, just when I come back later, because there's a cutscene that we have to stand in and wait in. It's an unskippable cutscene, and they're able to push you backwards inside of the cutscene, and that can lose like a second or two. Okay, so the valves here. So you want to just hold R on each of these. But whilst you're inside one of these, you're going to want to switch to the satchel charge. And whilst you're doing this last one here, you want to throw a satchel charge down. As soon as it ends, you want to blow it up. This will death warp us up back to the top of the dam, probably saving like 15-ish seconds from having to run back up. And then just go this way. Whilst you activate this one, it's much quicker. You want to swap to Brian. Make sure you have. Oh, I'm getting quite unlucky here. So some enemies in the game can throw projectiles at you that can slow you down, and it's pretty annoying. It loses maybe like a few seconds per each one that happens. I've got quite a few here. So you want to make sure that you've got at least 5 shots in Brian's clip coming up. But you can also just jump and reload into the cutscene here. So you reload into the cutscene, so it saves you having to reload while sprinting. Yeah, so if you had any enemies around right now, whilst this cutscene's loading back in right here, they would be able to push you backwards across the bridge more, so you'd be further away from the objective. Now, there's some guys who can push it here. You can shoot them if you want to, especially if they're one of the really aggressive Amish. But you're simply just going to jump straight into the boss fight here. So immediately, as soon as the boss fight starts, you want to shoot one of his eyes twice, which shooting him once like activates his hitbox, and the other one actually destroys it. So you want to shoot twice, and then you want to shoot him twice. For some reason, his hitbox takes a second to work properly. So you just want to then just shoot each eye once and shoot him twice. And this last one, you just shoot each of his eyes twice. And as soon as you kill him, you want to swap the Stewie, so you're ready for Stewie for the next level. Skip that cutscene, and you're done with Amish. Alright, Handicapable, which is actually one of the more difficult levels. Not skip-wise, but just having to play well. So first of all, you want to come straight over to this side. I like to throw a satchel charge ahead of time on the floor, and you can just jump off the satchel charge and go over that barrier. So you want to swap to Brian, so I use kind of that patch of birds. So I know when I get to the second like set of 2, I know it's roughly time to swap. Now you can use a multitude of weapons here, either the shotgun or the railgun. For the first one, I like to use the railgun. And if you, whilst you're in the cutscene, you can spam Q to activate the beer, and it's just a one-shot headshot. Now I'm going to quickly pause. So, as you notice, what a lot of runners do is a lot of runners don't actually seem to use items, and it's a very good item round that saves quite a lot of time. So actually, whilst I'm running up to that enemy, I like to swap items over to a giant chicken, which is the next one along. Throw a chicken down, which essentially acts as like a distraction, and it allows you to get, lets you activate that console without being hit. Because if you get hit, then any action you're currently doing is interrupted. So there's a cool little time save here. If you swap to sniper, and if you pay attention to like underneath the sniper is, or where the sniper is, you get a save icon. As soon as the save icon comes up, if you shoot that glass, it activates this cutscene for some reason, and it saves like 2 seconds. So you want to start here by going up. Make sure your most active item is the beer. Beer just gives you more damage, which is useful. So you want to grab that first one, then you want to jump down, off, and come back in. So you just want to jump off and come back through. So grab this second one, and you want to run this way. As soon as you hit this, press Q to activate the beer. I like to use the shotgun for the second one. Might be useful for you to like kill a few enemies as well to make this a little easier. So this guard, you can shoot him in the head and come behind him and shoot him in the back in like the gas tube, which does a lot of damage. You want to use a whacking inflatable tube man as a distraction here, because immediately we're going to pick up a second one, or like fill back up to full. We're going to need 2 tube men for the next level, so make sure you at least have 2. And then grab that one at the bottom first. Get up here. You can run along this railing, saves like a second. So you're going to jump from this railing over here. Grab this alarm. Come along this bridge. I like to shoot these 2 guys. So these ones in the wheelchairs are like the electric rods are a bit more dangerous because they can knock you down and stun you. So they're a little bit more important to kill. Make sure you pick up the second giant chicken there. Oh, it's looking quite clear for us. So I like to go here, stand on this corner, pop the beer. So the reason the guard turns back around there, but you can keep him stun locked. Come behind him, hit his gas tube, which will stun him. Now if the area looks relatively clear, you don't have to use an item here, you can save one. But if there wasn't anyone here, I would probably put down the golden chicken. Or Joe here. But since there's no one here, you don't have to. So whilst you're activating this, swap to Stewie. Make sure you pull out the rocket launcher. And this, I think this is the thing that, one thing that I don't think every runner does. I'm not sure. So as soon as you activate this boss fight here with the Tripletron, you want to immediately sprint and quickly fire the cannon. If it doesn't break, so we're going to get in the stun lock. If this cannon doesn't break from his rockets, just use your rocket launcher to destroy it. And doing this keeps him in this one position, essentially like stun locking him. Because the cannon takes a while to reload, but it's just faster to repair the cannon than waiting for it to reload. There you go. Do you want to stay with Stewie at the end of the level? Because we're going to use him for almost the entire next level. I think this is the level that most runners have difficulties with. And I don't find it too bad. So first you're just going to run into this cutscene. Now I like to, as soon as the cutscene ends, swap to the rocket launcher. It's going to be your friend in this level. You want to destroy these two cannons as you go in through. You want to make sure you swap to Joe. You preferably want to reload during this cutscene, but I didn't hit R fast enough. So you're going to destroy that man that there. You're going to put down Joe just anywhere, and you're going to mash E and hold R at the same time, which will swap characters as you're blowing the tank up. Now swapping characters seems to, not very much, but a little bit makes it so you're less likely to be shot. I didn't reload again. So you're going to swap to Tube Man here. You're going to roughly throw him about there. Send everyone on the road. So it's the two autocannons will shoot the Tube Man instead of you. Gives you a nice opening. Yeah, just keep Tube Man out. Oh, I like to destroy a couple of the trucks because it eliminates places for the enemies to spawn. Especially later on, it's going to be useful. So you want to destroy this autocannon. You can leave the other one up. Throw this down, and then kind of get as far into the cannon as possible and mash E. Because I can find sometimes the longer enemies can somehow shoot you. Maybe the Tube Man's out of sight of them. I like to swap to another Joe here as the chickens. You might only have one here because you used one in the last level, but the chicken's going to be useful for later on. So if you're using Joe here, you want to kill a few enemies. You can always do the E thing and blow that can up. Probably good to clear out a few enemies. And you can swap to Brian really, this next section. Oh, this cannon. Actually, those trucks aren't destroyed. I'm going to destroy those quickly. So, we've got the evil Stewie fight here, where you can do a nice one cycle on him. Swap to Brian, you can swap to the sniper rifle. You'll stand like here-ish during this. So you're going to wait for him to fire twice, or put the reticles up twice, then you're going to take the beer. You want to stand roughly here. You want to have your hand over the 5 key, which will swap you to the railgun. You shoot him once with the sniper, once with the railgun, and that kills him in one cycle. And we're going to get one cycle Mayor West here as well. So we're going to make sure we have the railgun equipped. We're going to spam Q until it lets us drink the beer. He'll be on this side somewhere, and you just hit him once with the railgun. And that's basically whipped done. Now here's the hardest level in the game. You press escape to cutscene, you equip the sniper, you turn around, you shoot roughly there. So I'll show it off again. So here is you're meant to run all the way up to, like, which building is it? That building there. Yeah, this one. So you can shoot the Mayor Cheeseburger, and it's trying to shoot rooftops. But it turns out that the hitbox for Mayor McCheese is always spawned in from the start, so you can always hit his hitbox. So you want to reset, you want to immediately turn around. You want to shoot about here-ish. Hang on, let me find the spot. Okay. I don't know, I just kind of aim in a rough area, I don't know where the exact spot is. So the fastest way to do it is to skip the cutscene, press 3, turn around, and kind of no-scope there-ish. You can always aim down sight to make it easier, but that's the easiest level in the game. So this is a little bit more of a difficult level. So just going to run over here, grab the pirate weapons, just mash melee onto this bar until the guard comes, crack the beer, quickly swap to the boom bear, This is a thing I've only recently been doing. I found this is a faster. Is as soon as you get a big enough amount of them spawn in there, throw the boom bear. So you want to kill enough, and then as soon as you got about this many, throw the boom bear down. It'll kill that one. So the last one is always going to have Seamus's cell key. So using the boom bear actually allows you to get to him a little bit earlier, a bit faster. So you want to stop to Stewie. Equip the chicken that one of the chickens you should have left over from earlier. You should kind of just run around the room, avoid the pirates. Maybe bring them to the back of the room for when Seamus moves forward, so they just don't get stuck on him. So as soon as you get like to the middle of this room here, you want to put down the chicken. Hold R just to pick up your things. The chicken will distract them all from hitting you. Equip the rocket launcher. Quickly clear them out. Quickly swap to Brian. Use your railgun to kill the big pirate in there. Let's swap with Stewie here. Oop. Reload the rocket launcher whilst opening the door. As soon as they get in, drink the soda. So do you want to kill all those small pirates first? Just spam the rocket launcher into that doorway. Swap to Brian. Pull the shotgun out. Kill this guy. You want to stand roughly in the middle of the room here. Look at either side for the pirates to spawn in. Sometimes they get stuck on top of the ceiling. So maybe it's good to stand back a bit so they actually come down. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I got one of them stuck on the ceiling, so that was a bit slow. That can be usually much faster, especially if you use a rocket launcher strat to clear out the door and all the starting pirates. So you just want to run forwards here and just get on the ship. Pick up some health. There's an extra health back there if you've used any. So I'd recommend equipping the pistol here, because sometimes you'll shoot these cannons and you'll destroy them, and then you have to repair them. It's a bit annoying. So yeah, so you need to hit each of these boats 3 times. You just need to get a feel for it, I guess. Just kind of aim roughly at it, and you'll eventually hit it 3 times. So yeah, it'll come one each side. And depending on how fast you go, depends on kind of what the later cycle is, where one comes on each side at the same time, but one of them comes slightly before the other. So kind of just keep a lookout for which one comes at what time. So if any of like the boats spawn with all the extra pirates in it, just shoot it twice with your railgun. Will destroy boats. Oh, this one's a bit closer. Oh, that was a miss. That went straight over. So this is a good showcase. So they've got 1 boat. I've got 2 boats here, so I'm going to shoot each one on my railgun twice. That was a good one. Reload that. See, look, 2 have come at this side at once because of the cycle. Ooh, didn't hit with that one. Yep. You need to destroy the boats on that side because this is the last one. There we go. So you want to swap to the railgun ready for the fight. Make sure you've got the beer equipped. So you want to crack the beer, just quickly shoot him twice in the head. And that's the fight done. Okay, so this is where the biggest new time save has been found recently. It's in Santa's. So you're immediately going to run over to this side. You're going to jump up this bit. Let's get through this cutscene. And here we're going to do the toxic waste skip. So usually you'd have to go all the way over there to hit the lever to make the sludge go back up so you can get across. But you can do a jump here, and you can kind of hold to the side, as you get near the end of the jump, and you can jump onto this bit. I'll show it again. So you can either move your camera so you strafe sideways into it, or you can just hold A, or like on the side of control stick to get on. So you jump very last minute and you kind of pull to the side, and you can get on here. We're gonna head inside.
They're evil and they distort the truth and they do the bidding of the Republican Party.
Get the cutscene here. Quickly skip the cutscene through. Now, I immediately recommend getting on top of the table because to try and avoid some of these big guys can throw things that slow you down. Jump on top of those crates on top of here. If you don't get it, just go up the ramp. You want to hit this switch and jump over at the same time, so you're already on the floor. Skip the cutscene. So you want to get on top of this rocket, and you want to jump over, so you get all the way over here. If you miss that, get on these barrels, jump over this. You can jump. Oh, you can jump on that, and that's a little bit of a backup. If you happen to miss that, because sometimes the enemies can also destroy those rockets, just by chance. So you might want to make it again. That's a kind of risky jump you can do here. That saves like a few seconds. So you can jump from here down to here. It's a bit tight. Okay, so with the new skips, hang on, I could kill a few enemies. Oh. Okay, so while these fans are on, you can run down this edge side, and if it tries to push you off, you can kind of jump back on. You can do it twice if you catch it early enough. It's a bit good movement. So you want to stand about here-ish, not like a little bit onto the cog, but not like on this black line, a little bit off the black line here. And you want to do a swap jump against this pole. You'll probably get a feel to where the location is. It's about there, and you can get there's a little bit of a ramp here, and this saves I think about 30 seconds from having to walk up, walk around there, go up this elevator, and walk all the way around along this conveyor belt. So you can just go up here. You can jump onto the cog and you can get up here. Use a health pack. He's a precarious place. Yeah, just want to run around to the end here. There'll be a couple of big guys. Just do your best you can to avoid them. If you're already Brian from the swap jump, if you happen to be, just swap to sniper. If not, you can swap any point up the staircase, or you can do it after the cutscene in here. You also, if you have an extra chicken, I'd recommend swapping to that, or just swap to a Rupert. Rupert in the box. Skip the cutscene, move to the side. Make sure you're Brian. You got the sniper out, and you've got an item, so you can run in here. Now you can go for the one cycle Santa. So a lot of people like to stand here and like to no scope them. Until they get about until they get far away, and then you aim down sights. And you can snap the last few. Oh, I missed one. It's unfortunate. It does mean I'm going to have to get the 2 cycle. So yeah, that's kind of just more of a feel thing about whereabouts you need to aim to hit them all. Okay, so this is the only skip in the game which has a 1 player 2 controllers required. So the first satchel charge jump at the very start of the game, you could do with 2 players technically, with a death abuse jump, which I guess I'll quickly show off to try and skip this, although I don't know how to do it specifically. But if you're just going to do the normal, you come over here, and you just want to do a satchel charge jump up here. A lot of people say they have issues with this satchel charge jump. So, because you can do it from, you can jump at it from a distance. There, I got it wedged there. I obviously just like to wedge myself in the corner and just go for it. So yeah, it's a lot about feel. I just recommend giving a couple of tries. You'll eventually get it. So I guess I'll quickly show off a death jump. I've never actually done the one on this level before, so it's just satchel charge jump. So when you connect your second player, you want to get the other player to where you want to do the jump. You just want to make the other player kill themselves. You want to do something like that. Hang on, wait a minute. I like doing this the other way around. I like to have Brian, the controller. So you only have one keyboard and one controller connected, or two controllers. I like to have my controller player there. Spam, and then jump up. So I spammed jump and run with my keyboard and mouse, and I jumped with Brian roughly about the time I respawned, and that gave me allowed me to be able to jump off his head in midair and get up here. But I always like to just do the one-player version. But you can technically replace any satchel charge jump just with that, if you wanted to. So you run up here. Again, you can technically do the death skip here, but this satchel charge jump's a lot nicer. If you fail it, you can just stand on top of the satchel and just do a swap jump. This bypasses a cutscene trigger, which is here, and it means that this door is technically active. Now, if you throw an item at this door, it will hit the hitbox. It will hit the trigger, the door trigger on the other side, because this is meant to be a backtrack point for you to come back to later. So we're actually pretty much at the end of the level now. We've skipped most of it. Be able to abuse the like the checkpoint door. So either you can just do gas tubes here normally, or you can do this two-player skip, where you stand on this very top step. You drop the second player in, and it brings them over here, which skips a cutscene trigger. So it'll bring the other player along. As soon as you load back in, just drop your second player out. And you see, that door's meant to shut there, but since we didn't hit the cutscene, the door didn't shut. I've got this health pack. And so you can just skip having to break the gas tubes. You have to drop the second player out, also I don't think the level loads correctly. I like to swap back to Stewie here and have his rocket launcher, because you can just break all the boxes in the way. Which just gives you a nice running line. Especially on that first door back there, is you can just shoot the door and it'll destroy the boxes that have to be stacked right in front of the door on the other side. Then we're going to go here, skip the cutscene. We'll jump on top of this box, jump up here, jump through that little gap. We're going to just activate that and swap to Brian at the same time. We're going to equip the railgun, grab an extra health pack if you need it. So now we've just got the boss fight to go, which isn't too bad on New Game Plus. It's a much harder fight on New Game. So you're going to immediately run in, shoot the chicken until it does like that prophetic animation. It's about 4 shots. Hold R on the lever. Immediately aim back up, shoot it 4 times again. You want to stay about here on the lever. If you've got any chickens that come at you, just shoot them. You might get 1 or 2. And if you stand here, you can hold R, and if you get lucky and don't get any debris hitting you, you can immediately activate the lever again. Spam 4 more shots in, killing chickens that are annoying you. And about here, maybe equip the health pack just in case. Hold R. There you go, get the lever pulled. Got lucky there. And that's the end of the fight. You can swap the Stewie here, or Brian, depending on what we do. There's a couple of ways we can actually tackle the last level, which we'll get to when we get there. So this is the chicken fight. This is you'll probably get the handle of this yourself. So generally, for the chicken fight, you kind of want to launch it into things. You want to push into objects. Specifically, these cars tend to do quite a bit of damage. Or you just want any big clusters of items. This is kind of a feel thing. If he tries to hit you, just block. Let him do 2 hits. I think it's 2 hits, hang on. So for this one, you kind of just want to launch him into the tables and barrels, because a lot of them do a lot of damage. When he does like kick attack, just block it. If he does this, just hold R. That's really slow. You don't want him to really do that at all. This is quite a bad one. Didn't get all the launches I wanted. is actually quite a difficult one. So I like to throw him this way, into this car. Sometimes you get into this state where you'll try and go back for the combo after you immediately block, and he'll hit you twice. If that happens, just block it and just let him go straight into his block. Okay, so for this phase, I like to run straight backwards towards these cars. Let the chicken come over. I want to throw the chicken straight into the cars. I'm going to kind of hit him this way, hit him to this car, and then kind of just spawn trap in that corner. That was pretty perfect. Okay, so this is the level that's probably going to need the most explanation. I'll give a quick run through of each phase. So this is personally, in my opinion, the hardest skip in the game. And it's right at the end of the run, so it's really annoying. So you want to straight up this ramp, equip the satchel charge. You want to get on top of this red car. You want to do a satchel charge against this flat wall, which is much more difficult than doing a satchel charge jump into a corner, which is what we usually do. Now you want to try and get a satchel charge jump on top of that light before the T-Rex kills you. You get about 4 to 5 attempts. Yeah, so you want to try and satchel charge jump from the red car onto that light. It's quite difficult because the satchel charge, not being in a corner, is a little bit more unpredictable. And sometimes you don't even get, like, sometimes it doesn't have proper collisions, you can't even jump off of it. So it's quite a hard, as you see by me not even guessing it yet. It's fairly difficult. But it saves like 20 seconds. So it's worth to go for it once. So yeah, you get such a jump onto this light. You do a swap jump to get on top of this roof. Then you do a very precise jump to get onto this roof. Quite last minute jump. You run over the roof. Jump over to this roof. And here's like one of the more tricky parts, is you got this fence you have to try and jump on. So I like to stay on the roof and I like to kind of jump forwards, because sometimes the fence like usually pushes you off. And what you need to keep doing this until you stay solid on it, and then you can just run straight forwards onto this roof. And then you can jump down into this garden. You can run through these fences, and go on a collision. And you can run here, and I'll give you the final phase of the boss. So, yeah, I'll quickly cover that phase after I show you normally doing it. So technically you could do that skip I just did, that jump with the second player. You know, the 2 players different jump. So actually here's a good technique you can use. Is that you can shoot a shot with a railgun and then press 5 to swap back to the railgun and then shoot again. And that will allow you to shoot the railgun a lot faster, so you can do stuff like this. So you can shoot the railgun at a much higher speed than you're meant to. There's a health pack there if you need it. Jump over this van. After you destroy the things, you want to, of course, use the beer on that section to get extra damage. You want to get about here at the plane, and you want to pop this. You can use the rapid fire technique. I like to just normally shoot this one. If you're out of bullets, just quickly shoot at the sniper. If you're still quite a lot of health off and you're out of bullets, there's 2 ammo packs on this side. I'm just going to quickly pop a heal here. Grab this heal pack. There's an extra item here, like a tube man. Oh. Like if you want it, you can kind of swap, jump over these railings. We'll start at the sniper. As we go into this 6. So you need to shoot the gas tanks that he pulls up, but you can't shoot the first one for some reason. Literally no idea why we're not allowed to shoot the first one. So I like to stand in Herbert's garden. It's like a fenced off garden, it's pretty good. If you've got any like spare items like a Rupert, or like this tube man, if you happen to have any spares, now's a good time to use them. So you want to stand on the street, and you want to shoot that immediately as you can. And if you shoot it actually early enough, you can actually manip the dinosaur to run backwards. And you kind of want to keep him between these two spots, so he doesn't move too much. If we put down this tube man. Yes, you kind of want to stand on a street and then aim straight at it, and then shoot it as early as possible. So you see, he looked towards me because he had the car in his mouth, which means he's now going to run over towards me. So that means I've got a slower cycle. That's when you'll shoot as many as you can, because he's like technically facing the other way still. So you want to skip through this cutscene, and as soon as you get the final cutscene, the auto splitter will split for you, and that's the end of the run. I mean, if you have any other questions, I'll leave the Discord link below. Just ask in the comments, or just go on to speedrun.com. We've got other resources, the leaderboard and everything available for use.